Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be drawing a sofa in pencil. So this is the finished product of what we're working on today, and I am using a 2B, a 4B, and a paper stump as well as the monoline eraser. These products can be found in the this description below. When I first start drawing, I always start with a box. So here's like the footprint, the base of this box. And then I draw the side walls of this box, and then I draw the top of this box. So it starts with a box. And then I cut into the box. I look at the photo reference, and I look at each corner, and I see, is this line going to be straight up and down like the box, or is it going to cut in, and what kind of shape does that cut in create? So I'll do it on both sides of this box. And then I start cutting in like the arms types, what kind of legs I have, if they are straight, if they flare, if they stack. And then I start looking at the overall proportion of this sofa, where the seat occurs, where's the base, where the top of the seat occurs, and how much do I see. And then any details. So in the beginning, I would suggest always to use the photo reference. You get good at drawing these photo references, and then what you can do is take these boxes and start turning them in space. So that way, when you are drawing this sofa and it's in a different view than your reference image, you can successfully turn that box into space or round in space, so that maybe you're drawing the side view, maybe it's like a one-point perspective, or this back side, what would it look like? So once I get that box or that sofa the way I think it looks okay, I'll take my 4B pencil and I start to do some hatching and some cross hatching. And using the reference photo, I'm going to go ahead and get a little darker here and there. I'm going to look at where my harder edges would occur, where there's a big contrast between the dark value and the light value. Then I'm going to look at where my soft edges will occur, when it's very soft, subtle blend. So we'll do hatching and cross hatching as needed, and then I want to make sure I use my paper stump to kind of smudge these values around so that I'm giving a sense of volume. So I'll take that this paper stump, and I'll smudge that the graphite pencil around, so that I am not working as hard, because it would be a pain to do all the pencil shading. So I'll just take some of this pencil shading that I'm doing right now, and I'll smudge it around so it's more of a uniform shading. So here it's going to be a little bit darker where the corner occurs. Then maybe under here, under the sofa, the cushion, maybe there's a shadow behind here. So again, in the beginning, when you're starting to draw or learn how to draw, you definitely want to use a photo reference, and then you can, build your skills and start turning things in space. Okay, here's another paper stump used right here. So I'm taking that darker value and I'm kind of using it throughout. So that creates my very light value if I want it to be, or it smooths out something that's already rough, like any kind of big span of space. So here's a little bit darker value I'm trying to create. And then I'll take that paper stump and kind of smudge it around. So it makes it's less work that I have to do. I mean, less kind of contoured work I have to do. And now I am putting it on my pillow. And as you can see, I have not erased my guidelines for the box, because this is a study. This is me practicing drawing a sofa. If this were for, a nice drawing, yeah, I'd probably erase it. But this is intended to help my students who, when we start drawing boxes and you wonder how to make the boxes into furniture pieces, this is how. You start with a box and you can start cutting in, and you're not going to make sure every little bit goes to the edge of the box. Sometimes the box is just the placement, and you're going to look at the reference photo and see, okay, at the edge of the box, what part actually touches the edge of the box. So you can see on my right and my left, there's a lot of negative space in that void that doesn't touch the edge of the box, and that's fine. And that's what you have to observe. All right, so the paper stump goes a long way here. You see how helpful it is as a tool for drawing. I'm going to smooth this area out here. Use a pencil to get that line nice and straight, or as straight as I can with my hand. And then after that, I'm going to kind of just play with the values and look at the reference photo and see, okay, where is it the darkest? Where will it stay light? And then, with my 4B pencil, I'm going to make the areas that are supposed to be dark a little bit darker, so it can give the chair a sense of a depth, volume. Sometimes it's the texture, what kind of texture is the fabric going to be. So that's helpful. So here, maybe I want to go a little bit darker. I want this to be a bigger contrast. So I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bit darker. And then use that paper stump to kind of spread the dark values around a little bit. So now it looks like the pillow is like sitting in front. So that's what it's intended to be. And then if you did not do a good job of leaving some areas light. I tried here. I might not have been as successful everywhere, but I have tried to keep some of these areas light. So let's say if I made a mistake and I did not keep all these areas light, I'll take an eraser. You can use any kind of eraser, but I like the Tombow monoline eraser. I like how fine it is, and I don't have to get a sharpener for that eraser. It's almost like using a pencil but in reverse, but with an eraser format. And I like using it to keep my areas light. So let's see, what does it look like? First I'm going to define these edges a little bit more before I pull out the eraser. Yeah, sometimes I use that paper stump to get my fine shading. All right, now the Tombow comes out, and so wherever it's supposed to be light, I'm going to kind of make those areas light so there's a sense of contrast. And then if I need to blend some more, like where the fabric is gathered, I might use that paper stump so that it gives me a light value. Move around here. I want this to be a little bit lighter. All right, so that's about it. That's how I draw this little sofa. That's how I drew it. I hope this helps you, and I will see you next time.